Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more of the First Descendant, and there's a new update that just came out today, and admittedly I kind of expected one of these announcements here to talk a little more about it. There we go, this is what I was looking for. So this is not like a major update. The next major update is, I think, like a few weeks away. But the big thing is there's a new Void Intercept boss battle, so that means the hardest boss has now changed. It is the Ice Maiden. So we'll definitely look to check that out. Then there's also this new thing, is it listed here at all? Arcade tuning mutant cell slots, which gonna need to look a little more into how exactly that works, but basically it's a new way to upgrade our characters building upon, I assume, the arcade tuning system we had before, but it's seemingly almost like a hybrid between that and modules. Let's jump in and we'll give it a look. I have yet to do the dailies today or anything like that, so we can start off with that stuff as we often do. And I'm sure there are also plenty of other smaller changes as well. As I said, this is not like a major update. It's still, what, Season 2, I think? And the Season 3 update is what's coming next, and there is a timeline for that, I think, that is known. I just don't remember off the top of my head what it is. It's pretty soon. It's pretty soon. But the big thing, as I was just saying, is this. The Ice Maiden is the new hardest boss fight. Let's see. Just get a quick preview here now that we're about to rush into this. We'll probably do the dailies first, but her thing is, as you can kind of tell here, she looks sort of like the Dead Bride boss that we've had before. Just this is a much stronger version, presumably. And so she's chill, which means fire is the attribute you would like to use, which means actually the character we're taking right now, Serena, is not a bad choice. And yeah, she's a fire character, although she gets most of her damage from weapons. But I do, at the moment at least, have this set up to specialize in fire damage, so that actually works fairly well. I don't think there's anything research-wise that we're looking to do. Oh, actually, although that does remind me that one change that I think they made this time, although they might have been previewing it for the upcoming larger change, is that they are significantly altering the way in which you get these, which is, it's an important crafting resource. It's the one that you use to get these guys, the core binders. So in the past, you could get a pretty decent chunk of these from doing that boss fight we were just talking about, the hardest boss fight, and then a little bit from doing the 400% dungeons, but it was definitely more efficient to go the bossing route, especially if you had a good bossing character and you could farm that quickly and repeatedly. But they are changing that so that now it is worth way more of these guys when you do a 400% dungeon, so it seems like that's kind of the intention, is for 400% dungeons to be the way you get this stuff. They, like, think it was 40 per dungeon before, now it's something like 150, something along those lines. So that's 400% dungeons now, buffed in that way. I think they also made it so that that big new boss, it might not even give these at all anymore, and some of the other more secondary effects have been changed as well. It does mean that on the positive side, they made it so that it gives a lot more of these guys, the ones that make it so you get the unique cosmetic that is specific to whatever the big boss is. So I was doing a lot of farming on the previous big boss, so I'm already at the cap. Although, actually, I think they increased the cap. So technically, that's not an issue. Okay, well, so that's a thing as well. Why don't we start off... Well, actually, I'll jump into Discord on the chance that there is anyone who is looking to hop in here with us, which may or may not be the case. At least at the moment, I'm not seeing anyone. But that could change. I guess I'll take a quick peek at that other thing that I was referring to, which is, I think you can see some of it here. Mutant cells. So I don't really know how this works, other than that I read a description of it in the patch notes, but that was a while ago that I did that, and oh, basically, it makes it so that your skills get stronger, is the super simple explanation. But you see things like Xantic and Almendine, which are the names and the corresponding labels that we used to have for, and still have, for modules. Except now they're applying to arcade tuning stuff, and I think you unlock these things by doing Sigma Sector missions, so it's just a way to further buff yourself from doing that. You're on as well, Big Country? Noise? Let's see. Oh, I remember reading that they changed the UI on some things as well, and this is definitely one of those things. Let's see, that's for recruiting party, which is completely new, and you can like set up specific criteria for, oh, you must have this arcade tuning level to be allowed to join my group, or you have to be like this type of character or what have you. So it's a way to be more particular about who's joining your team. If you want to build a public lobby, but have some filters for who is and is not allowed in. But how do I... There we go. Get you. So I think... these are worth more. Oh. They give this.
Hello.
Hello. How's it going?
Pretty good. I now have on my two, what's it called? Void Vessel weapons. I now have 20% fire rate on all 4 cores.
Oh, nice. Wait, on your Void Vessel weapons?
Not Void Vessel, Purge.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a second. It feels like it's been a long time since Void Vessel was something that required investing really heavily in your gear. But no, that's great in that case. So I have not yet done any dailies, so that was where I was probably going to start things off. I don't know where you stand.
Doing some normal missions because we're going to have to do a lot of what's it called?
The Sigma Sector stuff to get the new mutant cells. Well, that may be the focus once dailies are done in that case. But have you done the invasions?
No, I haven't done anything.
Okay.
Right now, I'm looking through the Ice Maiden, like the speed records.
Okay, you know, it's day one. Maybe it's a little quick to jump to those, but you know, sure.
Well, there's an 8-second one.
Okay. Oh, I did see in the patch notes they also made some adjustments to the, what was it, like the base health, or at least the way that the health of the Colossus scales based on how many people you have in the party, so that it's now more difficult with one person and easier with more people, which I think is probably fair, given how the meta strategy was just solo everything, which maybe is not the best way for that to work.
I think this would work if they like doubled or tripled the health right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because like
it's still low.
In the time that we've talked, several people have gotten down to 6 seconds on Serena. And they did kind of nerf Serena as well. They introduced a cap for how much you can.
I did see that. Yeah, a cap on how much damage she can get from her 4, depending on how much health you have. The threshold was pretty high, so I mean, for like crazy overpowered builds, then yeah, that's understandable. But I mean, my build is pretty far along, and I was not quite at that threshold for her. was what, like 38 or 39,000 HP, I thought?
I think it was 36,000 HP.
Was it 36?
I
So I
think
would
so.
be past that. I thought I remembered I was
I'm
not at that
past
threshold.
that myself. I'm at 37,
Yeah, this is lower than it
131.
was for me before. I don't know what happened there. Maybe this is changed around slightly? I don't know. I thought I was at about 37. Well, anyways. Let me take a look here at what we have. So we have... Oh. Well, this one is just... Enemies take a lot more... Don't take as much damage initially and then take a lot more damage after that. Which is pretty easy. Possibly the easiest.
But actually, they kind of also buffed her because they fixed... There was a bug on Serena.
Mm-hmm.
Where her, like, her flying gives different abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And one of those abilities absolutely shreds the new boss. Because the new boss has incredibly high HP but low resistances.
Mm-hmm.
So her 2, let me double check. Yeah, her 2 gives buffs to different weapons.
Mm-hmm.
So for high powered, which is what matters, is that additional fire damage when hitting an enemy with repentance. So you hit with the 1, and then you shoot a shotgun while flying, and you just do a bunch of damage.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, I'm up for trying it out a bit later on, but why don't we start with the basics and then we'll build from there.
Yeah,
I'm good to go whenever you are.
I'm too. I think for the new material that we have to pick up.
Mm-hmm. For the super arcade tuning stuff?
Yeah. If it's I'm kind of annoyed with it because the slot that you enter in, it's per loadout the different materials,
Okay.
which is kind of annoying.
Descendant.
What's
And
like, you
it's
switch loadouts, you might have to manually swap some other things around?
It has a large
No, you have to literally
processing of tens of billions of units of data per second.
like grind a new material for every loadout.
Appears to be a computing device.
It doesn't carry over from one loadout to the next.
Yeah.
This is how
Okay.
they are processing all
So you'd
data.
have to farm
Continue to insert Vulgis artificial brains into the
if you
computing
wanted
device
2
Descendant.
per descendant,
If you overload
you'd
the
have to,
device,
on an
the
average,
veil will be neutralized.
do 400 of the Sigma centers.
This is for every... If you were to do 2 for every
Yes.
single Descendant,
Yes.
you would need to do 400 Sigma sectors total
Yeah. On average.
on average.
And there's no like max. As far as I'm concerned, there was no way to target farm it in the library.
Okay. I mean, I've never done this before, so you're describing a process that I haven't participated in and describing it in a way that I have
Don't
no
understand.
context for. I don't understand yet. So when we're there, that may mean something to me, but right now, it's like, I don't know, maybe that's a lot, maybe that's reasonable given how you're talking about a whole bunch of descendants and multiple different options for each descendant, so I don't know.
I think it won't be a big problem for me simply because there's a bunch of characters I haven't done arcade tuning for.
Mm-hmm.
But for someone who has done arcade tuning for
The enemy
basically
commander is
everyone,
using
oh,
the
oops,
base
didn't mean to go in.
separation wall as a shield. If you overload
Well,
the
because
device,
you're
you can create
saying that you're probably going to do a bunch of Sigma sectors anyway for the sake of leveling up your arcade tuning, and now you're just going to double dip and also get this new resource along the way, so it's kind of convenient. Whereas for those
for me
who
too.
have already done a bunch of that farming, you're less inclined to run a bunch of Sigma sectors, because you don't really need it from an arcade tuning standpoint, you would just be doing it for this new resource. primarily for that new resource. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, again, I don't really have the context to know how bad that is, but if you consider, okay, there are a lot of a fair number of descendants in the game at this point, so if you aren't trying to max out every single descendant with 2 different options each, then you could very easily go from needing an average of 400 to an average of 200 or even less than that. And at that point, that's a lot, but, if you think of it almost like Sigma sectors being an alternative to 400% dungeons, then, if it becomes your primary endgame mission, then that isn't that unreasonable.
I guess so, yeah.
Like, if that's just the go-to mission, then you're probably going to do a lot of them. And in that case, if I'm going to do a lot of them, I'd like for there to be a reason. I'd like for it to feel like, I'm getting something out of doing all those missions. So, from that standpoint,
increased how much stuff you get for the Void Abyss boss.
Yeah. Which I think is justified. I mean, it was pretty unless you were doing like super quick solo farming on that, which obviously there are people who have done that and can then potentially get a whole bunch of those unique skins from the intercept boss, but I feel like that's a relatively small percentage of people who are just quite far along, and then anyone else is like, okay, this is possibly the single hardest thing to do in the game. So I think lowering that barrier to entry is not a bad idea.
Yeah, it's the minimum you get for the tickets is 30, and you can get up to 700, and they also increased how many tickets you can get.
Yeah. I mean, I think in general this is a good thing.
Yeah.
Do I feel a little hard done by how I did just spend hours over the past couple of weeks farming that with getting it, mostly just 4 per mission? Yeah, I mean, that's a little frustrating, but I mean, I think I ended up getting enough that I more or less got all the ones that I found myself wanting to get, and then, as I was mentioning earlier, the 400% dungeons are now more efficient when it comes to farming the crafting resource that gives you the core binders. So it's quicker to get the skins from those missions, and you now have a much more viable alternative for grinding for the core binders. So a few quality of life upgrades in that way.
Something that popped in my head earlier, a lot of people were complaining that they couldn't use skills in the purges. Something that popped up in my brain. Why
Okay.
would they want to use skills in a place that upgrades your weapons? If you don't want to use your weapons, that's not really
Yeah.
a place you want to go to.
I mean, I kind of see what you're saying, where, if you want to be a weapons person, do the thing that is tailored, do the type of mission that is specifically tailored to improve your weapons. On the other hand, it's just very pigeonholey, and it also turns into a bit of a difficult, like chicken and egg type problem, where it's like, I can't do this mission because I don't have any cores, but because my weapons aren't strong enough to do without any cores. And then, well, I can't get any weapon cores because I can't do this mission yet. So you kind of are darned if you do, darned if you don't. So at least having one alternative way to get the job, or a significant alternative way to get the job done, I think is still reasonable. And, we've talked many times before about there being multiple ways to complete content, or having multiple viable strategies for characters and builds and what have you, rather than just having the single way. And obviously weapons is a huge category, and skills damage is a huge category, but in general I am in support of making more styles of play viable.
Yeah. Well, the only pushback I have for that is that, like, you were talking about how you need weapons in order to make stuff viable and all that stuff. But the best way to get cores is the Void Abyss boss. And if it wasn't for cores, skills would be overwhelmingly the best way to farm it. Like, even now, there's kind of like they did a bunch of stuff to make weapons less viable on the Void Abyss boss. It just didn't work because Serena's so powerful, and the Void and the weapon cores are so powerful. So, like, it's still very viable to do that without cores. So, like, every other game, mode in this game is much more viable to use skills and weapons if it wasn't for the cores. So that's the only pushback. I can see where you're coming from, but that's the only pushback I have for that.
Okay.
I think as they introduce more and more stuff, eventually they will be able to start tailoring some stuff. Like in what's the game Fem Army's playing? What's it called? The game this game's compared to all the time.
I'm blanking out on the name of it,
I
but
keep thinking Warhammer. It's not Warhammer.
right. Warframe.
Warframe, yes. That game's been around so long, it has enough content that, like, some stuff is tailored and no one complains. So I think eventually this game will have to start doing stuff like that.
Eventually, give
when
yourself,
that time comes.
niches where people can specialize in certain things that do better in certain areas than others. But I mean, we've talked about it many times before. The balance in this game, to be honest, I feel like it's borderline at the point where having any conversation about balance in this game is just kind of ridiculous, because balance is so much of an afterthought, or at least was for so long, just completely disregarded, that they have so far to go before there's any semblance of balance in this game that this just feels like, why are we even talking about this to a certain extent?
Yeah, I could see that. Apparently, the people who made Serena weren't the typical people who did it, and they just weren't thinking about balance whatsoever.
See, this doesn't surprise me in the least.
Because I think just before Serena came out, they started going, okay, we need to start doing balancing, and that's why we need to nerf Inez and all that stuff. And then they put out Serena, and everyone, and the developers were like, wait, what? No.
Yep. I mean, they have a long ways to go still before I'm ready to take them even remotely seriously when it comes to balance.
I think from now on, they're just going to... Because they got a lot of pushback for nerfing Inez. Like, a lot. Like, they got, like, negative on Steam and stuff like that.
Yep.
So they're really scared about...
You set the precedent.
Nerfing anyone. Yeah, so they're going to make the next boss super hard, and I'm wondering if they're going to get any pushback for that.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
I hope they don't. I hope they make the boss, like, it's supposed to be like a raid, so it's supposed to be like difficult, and I hope it's that.
Shall we jump into the next invasion? This one is theoretically try not to apply statuses, but almost everyone does. So,
yes.
Oh well.
Weapons do... I don't know what's the point of that. Is there anything that doesn't do a status?
Some weapons you can be okay using, but it's just... Kind of
You'd
like
have
a
to
here's a
build your
nerf.
weapon without any element, and what weapon does that?
Right. No, it's there were in the early stages of these missions where, you couldn't just bulldoze your way through regardless of what the modifiers were, or at least it felt more like that was the case. There was a time where for that modifier I used to search and try to find some way for that to not be an issue. It is unbelievably difficult to not apply statuses to enemies.
You can
think
go the first
Ajax?
one and I'll go this too.
Like if you don't
Yeah, he's
stun
the
with
one
Ajax,
I need to. I haven't started arcade tuning for him, so I'll probably do that.
I don't think I have either. Or I think I did the tiniest bit. Functionally haven't started.
There's a bunch of characters that I'm like 80% done, but I never actually finished. You're going to have to tell me.
Orange, pink, and white, I think was the last one.
I don't know.
Which
I'm just gonna
I will
stand.
step on. The one right in front of you as well.
Orange. We didn't do orange.
I did it first. Did I step off it too early? Or did there was
Did you step
another
off it
dude
too
standing
early?
on it? Maybe he stole it back.
Using the inversion energy as a personal barrier. We must find a device with the same arcade properties. You need to attack that device from above to penetrate the inversion energy.
Excuse me, sir. Please do not stop me. Slash superhero landing directly in front of me.
Oh, and Enduring Legacy is actually, well, I should say having one Enduring Legacy is quite good against this newest boss.
I mean, I could see that since it's sort of a fire-oriented weapon.
Well, the way resistance goes in this game is that the more you have, the less worth it is, and almost every boss has so much that no matter how much you take off, it's already like super effective. So almost no, like take away, fire resistance or, whatever is worth anything. Unless if you're Sharon and you can get up like 70% resistance debuff or whatever, or defense debuff.
I don't even remember where
kinda
that comes
crazy.
from.
Descendant. The enemy has modified the Ancestor's weapon with Vulgis technology and are using it to emit inversion energy. It appears
But,
they are defending the gate with it. The weapon contains ancient
Yeah,
arcane.
the
structure on the ground draws and releases this.
what's her name? Ice Maiden
Descendant.
has low enough fire resistance that it's actually quite worthwhile to have one person with Enduring Legacy.
Okay. I will admit, I processed one of the colors I was supposed to step on, and then
The very back.
none of the others.
Descendant. The enemy commander is using the inversion energy as a personal barrier.
Purple.
We must find a device with the same arcade properties. You need to attack that device from above to penetrate the inversion energy.
I think that was worth it.
Oh, also, this goes
I
without
should
saying.
do this more often. So I should do this more often.
What is this?
The dailies, these things.
Oh,
Go on.
you aren't doing them every day?
No. Which is why I only have 240 million gold.
Tisk tisk.
How much gold do you have at this point?
I don't want to talk about it. Itachi just unlocked Inez. Well done, Itachi. She is really good. I mean, we were just mentioning it a little bit. She used to be unbelievably powerful. She is now weaker, but still very powerful. And obviously, I'm using her right now. She is no joke.
I didn't finish her arcade tuning. I also didn't finish putting cores on the secret garden. At least for the movement speed. The other cores, I'm like, yeah.
Alright, well, it may be Sigma Sector time. In which case, find a character who does need some of that stuff. I mean, I was recently continuing to work on
Inezraya, hound you.
Luna, who we were, of course, playing last time round, and got her up kinda high. She's up to 33, so she's not maxed yet, but she's making progress.
I did max out my Luna's arcade.
She is still the person we're expecting to get the ultimate character next, is that right?
Oh, we know.
We know
We
definitively, yeah.
We even got like a picture of what she's going to look like.
Oh, okay. Oh, what I was going to mention before, which is going to be more relevant with this upcoming mission, is that, as you might imagine, yeah, my inventory is still basically completely full because it legitimately takes like 15 minutes to go through and try to figure out which reactors I can actually dump, which is not a fun process. And it's something that you have to revisit very frequently as well. So, I have done that several times, many times. But there's always the need to do it again, which is not fun. Really what I need to do is just accept the fact that I ought to just make the filtering system stricter so that the source of the problem is fixed. Otherwise, history will continue to repeat itself. So, at least for these missions, we will spend a lot of time with all or almost all of the items on the ground not being picked up.
Which sucks.
It doesn't
Yeah.
feel good.
Especially that it's really good for a lot of loot.
I say
So
this.
like you're just more likely to get.
Yeah, I mean you could almost make the case. All right, it's worth just making your filter stricter, so you get rid of the stuff that isn't as good, and then because you aren't stopping to dismantle your stuff as often, and you're actually picking up more of the stuff, it's gonna make up for having the stricter filter. You're still gonna fill out your inventory just with better things along the way.
What is your option? Because like I'm not like super strict. I'm not like I'm not like asking for legendary things all the time. I'm just asking for rare or higher.
Yeah, that's what I have. That's what I have. But it's a lot of stuff with either all rare or a rare and one ultimate tier.
Well,
Plans
that's
like,
fine because you can upgrade it now. I'm
right, you
thinking about
can,
turning
but
it
then
down to
that's
blue.
how you clog the inventory.
I just go through every mission and like if it doesn't have cooldown or colossus or something like that, I just chuck it.
Yeah. Like I have a bunch
If I
of stuff
can't
that has
see myself
cost,
putting it on a character.
cost, duration, but mostly just looking for things that are clearly, like singular on a dimension base or fusion on a tech base and what have you.
One tip for duration: if it doesn't have cooldown with it, you don't want it. There isn't a single character that cares about duration but not cooldown.
Okay. That is probably something that could free up a lot of space then.
And
'Cause I have a
cost,
lot that have duration.
for cost, the only character that cares about it, and even with my new build, she doesn't care about it anymore, is Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Cost is so little you only really care about it when you have like nothing else to really care about. So like Bunny was that case with high voltage. She's not really that case anymore with her current build, the whatever it's called, I forget. And in that case, the only time you ever want cooldown cost is with sorry, I finished my sentence before I finished the conversation. The only time you'll want cost is for like a gun character that just cares about cooldown and cost. So either like a specifically bunny one, so cooldown, so singular cost on electric singular, or just cooldown cost for a gun character.
Welcome.
Hoodie with the Cooney. Thank you for the follow. How's it going? Only use skill duration for Sharon because of her stealth. That's a good point. Like, there are sometimes as like a backup, if you don't have an ideal reactor, then, you know, maybe, like, if you don't have cooldown plus whatever you want, then maybe you throw a duration one in instead as a placeholder. But then we're talking about hogging a whole bunch of inventory space just for placeholder reactors, and is that really worth doing? Like, yeah, maybe to a certain extent, but eventually you get to the point where you have 200 reactors in your inventory and it becomes like this. Not great. Not great. I do have the junk filter enabled. It's just that the junk filter is probably... I recently made the junk filter less strict, is the reason why I am running into this situation. When it was stricter than this, it was not nearly as much of a problem. So, just... with these ones we're about to dump, this will create at least enough space that we won't constantly be stopping and not being able to loot things because our inventory will be full. We might still get full on brief occasions, but we do occasionally get that auto scrap from the doggo. Just need to get enough inventory space for that to kick in regularly enough that we're doing okay. Probably there now. Yeah. Okay. That'll do. Not perfect, but it'll do. Right, and then you get some niche or gimmicky stuff, and it's like, okay, well, maybe this could be a useful reactor for this specific niche situation. But again, like, how many niche-specific situations are we talking about? Noise Surge Luna? That is, at the moment, what I'm doing just for leveling purposes, or just for completion purposes, really. We're not even catalyzing her right now.
Yeah, I still need a Noise Surge Luna reactor. I was just using a singular cooldown. I was using my Fusion mobbing reactor.
Right now, I'm just using Inez's reactor. So, I'm with you. I don't have a reactor for this either. But I'm ready whenever you are.
Wait, what's the It's a little weird. I don't see a new what's it called? They were going to put a I thought they were going to do a, what's it called? The thing that you can transfer your base catalyst to your ultimate character. I thought they were going to do that for the
make that a potential reward.
Yeah, the Albion special dispatch. I thought they were going to put that in there, but they didn't. So maybe they're going to do it. I was going to suggest putting a catalyst on Luna, but
on this. Yeah, I
What's
don't
the
know.
weapon skins they had on there? Crimson Beetle, modernized cavalry gun.
I assume those are for Blue Beetle and Albion cavalry gun, and that those are skins rather than completely different weapons.
I think so too. I think so too. Yes. But yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Let's do it then. Yeah, so basically I'm just leveling up her arcade tuning level. I'm not actually catalyzing her because I only recently started playing Luna. So I figured, I'll just start from scratch catalyst-wise once we get Ultimate Luna, but at least the arcade tuning will be ready to go. There'll be a little bit of a head start there. And then I'll save the ones that transfer over catalyst from the normal into the ultimate character version for characters that I actually have catalyzed the base version of, like Haley, for example, or Inez, but those
This is HQ.
may be a ways away.
Troops are on the ground.
I'm still pretty sure you won't need to.
Stand by position. Best of luck, Descendant.
I really hope you don't, because I already have every character like built out already.
Oh, right, you were saying last week that they had mentioned they might make it so that basically there are going to be enough of those resources, that you can use one for every character when a new Ultimate version gets released.
Yeah.
It's weird being able to walk up to the loot and actually pick it up. What is this feeling? I don't understand. Also, I'm just mindlessly spamming this button.
Yeah, yeah.
Wonder if the ultimate version of her will still force her awful pea shooter gun on it. What, this thing?
Yeah, I really hope they change that.
I haven't really tried it much, to be honest, in large part because I've just been using a very under setup noise surge build and just praying that I very slowly whittle down the enemy's health.
There isn't a single build that uses that gun.
Oh, this one's already done. I knew that. I was like, oh, I was thinking to myself, this will be an opportunity to test just how little damage we're doing. And then I realized, no, I'm doing precisely 0 damage at the moment.
Descendant. Enemy troops
Yeah,
are
could have been
being
an
transferred
opportunity
in
to
large
compare
numbers.
damage between
You must
Noise
attack
Surge
the
and
point of
the
origin.
pea shooter gun. Excuse me, Lids, it's not a gun, it's a megaphone. It just, for some reason, is able to damage enemies? What's that say? That's 30-ish thousand compared to... Okay, please don't die as I'm trying to see how much damage this... Oh, that's actually kind of similar. I mean, granted, kind of similar when we have not leveled up Noise Surge with Catalyst at all. So...
Plus,
maybe that's kind of telling in that case.
plus you're shooting one person versus damaging everyone in your area.
That's also very fair. What's up, Slug Milk? How's it going? Could have literally made her like Lucio from Overwatch. I know that he is a support character in Overwatch. That is about the extent of my knowledge. It's McLovin! Oh, we are still in that.
Oh, that was close.
Extraction from
Lucio's your main,
operation
he's
zone
good, and
initiated.
unlike Luna, his gun actually does damage. Alright, well, that's fair enough. I guess that you have drawn a distinction that way. Alright, shall we go back to the other one?
I want to get sent into jail first.
Oh,
Oh well.
sorry.
No
I
problem.
started loading back in right when you started saying that. I mean, I do like the concept of how Luna's character works. I think it's pretty cool how there's the whole rhythm aspect. Like, does Lucio... I know he's, like, kind of supposed... He's a DJ or something like that. He has something to do with music. So, maybe his stuff is rhythm-based as well? I don't know.
I don't really see the... Like, I see the resemblance in, like, the megaphone type thing.
And that they're both support characters, but do the similarities end there? I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, I am ready when you are. Oh yeah, and so this is now the spoils boxes are not guaranteed drops. They're possible
I think
drop.
it's like 5%.
They might have listed what the number was on the patch notes. I don't remember, but Lucio doesn't play rhythm minigame. He just passively heals. Okay, gotcha. Because that was something that, again, I only recently started playing Luna for the first time, but in theory, it intrigued me how they worked together a character who was supposed to be music-themed and then gave her powers that had a rhythm and music-like aspect to them. I thought that was clever, you know, in terms of execution and how it feels to play that way. It's maybe a little bit awkward at times.
This is Hound Action. Reporting extreme concentrations of void energy within the operation zone. All units, please proceed at your own discretion.
So,
but do
not to say
exceed
that
your limits.
it's perfect, because there definitely are ways that they might be able to improve it further. But that's mostly just about the skills themselves, and not so much about this thing.
Yeah, that thing's just bad.
It also makes a pretty silly sound. Oh, is it just me? For some reason, I'm getting Donald Duck vibes right now. Oh no, we switched. Hold on.
Drop the beat.
Like, if it were slightly lower pitched, I feel like it would sound like the... and I can't even do the Donald Duck voice impression, but it would sound like the classic Donald Duck voice impression if this were just a little bit lower. But it's just close enough that it's giving me a little bit of that vibe. Also, maybe we'll just deliberately never actually play music this entire time. We'll just be in the default mode. Just to prove
I don't know, I haven't been using any skill except for one. I've just been running around and letting everyone die to my fire trails.
And I have been appreciating that. Because I'm not doing much.
The transport has dropped
No, that's my job. That's the one thing I can be good at.
We need it to purify the void energy.
I can press
The
buttons.
detonator with your RK, then hit the detonation device.
I haven't really even been touching the ground.
Don't mind me just casually dancing over here, waiting for you guys to finish. While I do precisely nothing besides pressing buttons. And by pressing buttons, I mean not ones that activate skills, but just ones that progress the mission.
Thank you for the follow. Are you going to press it?
It's 99! It's not ready!
Oh, where is that one enemy? Jesus, where? I was waiting for this one. I didn't know it was at 99.
Oh, I don't know. I just got the Enzo power-up on my weapon. Maybe this is what I needed all along. Maybe that's the secret to making it viable. Wait, did it even
No.
apply? It might not have even applied. I
It
take it back.
doesn't.
It doesn't even work. I take it back. Alright, we'll actually break into song for the... Oh, wait, no. By we'll actually break into song, I mean I'll accidentally unsing for the boss fight. Do exactly the opposite of what I thought I was doing. Now we'll do it.
no. Got out. No, no, I'm firing.
Operation completed. Awaiting transfer to transport position. Well done,
6
Descendant.
now we have a little bit more to work with. Can't get to this, which, I mean, at least for noise surge is relevant, but I mean, at this point, I'm kind of just clicking on buttons for the sake of clicking on buttons and not really having much of anything significant to target. Sure, mana. And we're still dancing, apparently.
Oh yeah, you don't stop.
No,
until you
no,
get the-
I've definitely had this happen to me before. Can't stop, won't stop. So, would we like to farm a few more of the Sigma sectors, or do we want to head back and check out Ice Maiden? What do you prefer?
Doesn't matter to me. I am now in prison.
Oh, you have succeeded. Yeah, I'm in a kind of a similar place, where there are some characters that I haven't quite leveled up as, or catalyzed up as much, or arcade tuninged up all the way. But, like, those aren't major rushes. So, it'd be nice to get the new update, sure, but I've yet to check out the new boss, so we'll take a look at that a little bit later.
Yeah, my most I don't know what I'm trying to say. Words.
I'll be honest, I wasn't sure if I just completely zoned out, but that just did not mean anything to me.
Yeah, words failed me. I don't know what I was saying.
What's up, Con? How's it going? We've yet to try it out, but we will soon.
Conditions are unfavorable. Proceed
So,
with caution.
to
Over.
be determined.
Descendant, enemy troops are being transferred in large numbers. You must attack
We
their
are
point
now.
of
Oops,
origin.
we're just messing with messing up the timing on Haley, but just doing the dailies now. A little bit more on the Sigma sector stuff.
Haley.
Oh, not Haley. Luna. Probably would prefer if it were Haley, to be honest, but
I should probably build out Greg's Reverse Fate just to see how good it is. New boss. And that way I don't have to redo my Albion cavalry gun every time I want to farm for cores.
Greg's Reverse Fate is interesting when you use the cores to increase the fire rate, because you can get, it has at least 2, maybe even 3 slots for fire rate, which means you can get it to fire really quickly. And that also means you can potentially get a whole lot more of those bombardments to proc at once. So it can get, at least visually, very ridiculous. In terms of how practical that is, now that's maybe a different question. Okay, inventory is full. Now this feels familiar. That's a little bit more like it.
If there was
No,
a
I
boss,
just haven't
this would
leveled
be
up
it.
Luna. I haven't catalyzed her up, at least, I should say. So, my Luna is not very strong.
I do like the idea of leaving puddles from up here.
From where?
Up here.
Oh. I see what you mean. Wow, that is impressive. You're like a jet plane that's going so fast you leave fire behind you. On the ground as you continue to fly around. See. I was trying to revive that person. I don't know if I succeeded.
You succeeded.
Oh, that's not the direction I meant to go in. Oh,
Hound actual to HQ.
What?
got some. Now, granted, with the other missions we were doing in the Sigma sector, I almost immediately went to the inventory to check, or arcade tuning. That one I did not, and so I actually saw the stuff that dropped at the end, and there were some new things involved there. Maybe we got them in the previous missions as well, but I did not notice.
The fission accelerant and the ARC genetic scissors? You get every
Yeah,
time.
I remember reading in the patch notes the scissors, and I was like, this, I don't love the phrasing, or, I mean, it is truly like a pair of scissors, which is a little weird, but there's what category is it in? Miscellaneous? This stuff. Yeah. It's just a little weird. Rezzing while dancing never gets old. True. it was reviving while I was dancing, while I was hitting the like chorus part or whatever you want to call it. So it was a more involved dancing maneuver while we were also getting teleported into the special box from the boss. So, bunch of things happening all at once. Would we like to do more Sigma Sector, or should we head back?
Up to you. I'm up for anything right now.
Let's see, we're about to get sent back. Oh, I guess we can head back. I was just gonna see if I was, like, on the verge of hitting an important arcade tuning threshold, and... I mean, not that you're ever really far away from that, but it would take at least 2 to get another level, I think. Alright. So, the other things... Oh, I didn't even mention this, and it's relatively minor in the grand scheme of things, but they did switch around the locations for the special operations, for whatever that's worth.
Yeah, and they also buffed how much you get from it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it does seem like they made a pretty concerted effort to change the rewards of the various sorts of endgame missions. So maybe it's worth poking our head in a few different types of missions just to see what it's like with the new rewards.
I think I just mentioned everything that they increased. They didn't do anything with the 400%. So
They did. Or they're going to?
I don't remember anything like that.
They made it do or I didn't remember if they made that change or if they are about to make the change with the next update in a few weeks. But they made it so it gives way more of the Void Abyss metal fragments. And basically turned 400% into the primary way to get those.
Really? Huh, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, we could hop in for one right now and just, I mean, not that it takes very long.
You could probably
Check.
also just look at the menu.
Yeah, that's true. Let's see. What does this say? It does... Oh, hold on. Changed to 400%. Yeah, they did. So it used to be 40, it's now 150 per 400%. So it is almost 4 times as efficient from a Void Abyss metal fragment standpoint. It was possible to farm that stuff in 400% dungeons before, but it was a little bit painful if that was truly the only way you were doing it. But they might have even gotten rid of it altogether for the Void Abyss boss. So this might be more or less the only way to do it now? That I'm not so sure about.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, would we like to hop in for a little bit of Ice Maiden? Check it out?
Sure.
Obviously, I'm not about to do this with an uncatalyzed Luna.
Especially Noise Search Luna.
Yup. Definitely not.
Yeah, my ancient knight still has chill, so
My ancient knight was fire, despite it not being optimal last time, but I held on to fire because I anticipated we would get a chill boss next, so finally, it's actually better now.
oh, I have a upgraded catalyst on right now. I should probably fix that.
Let's see. Resembles dead bride, but exceeds her in cruelty and power. It is hostile to all but itself, freezing everything in sight and reducing the temperature of its surroundings to an extreme low. One more similarity to the Tormentor has been discovered, the previous boss of this variety. The Ice Maiden is also sensitive to Arche. Albion headquarters is currently investigating the connection between the Tormentor and the Ice Maiden's sensitivity to Arche. So obviously,
Yeah, that's the hint that it's supposed to be better with skills, but cores.
yeah. So fire is obviously best against a chill boss. Chill is a no-go. Curiosity burst is the weapon type. Where does it even say?
Where does it say what?
What type of damage the weapon does, like burst versus, I don't even remember what the other categories are because I never pay any attention to those. Pierce.
It's
That's another one. Okay, the one that I have is Pierce. Alright. Well, I think I'm good to go when you are. I assume we'd rather just do the two of us?
we can do public. I think with like upgraded stuff, public is actually probably better. Like without, stuff targeting the boss.
I mean, theoretically, I kind of have stuff targeting the boss, but I've also never done it and never seen it, so I don't know what I'm getting myself into. Maybe best if we're not relying on ourselves to do much of the heavy lifting. So sure, we can go public. Let's see. What is the deal with the new boss?
Also, I need to change my if I'm going to like use ancient knight stuff, I need to change my build.
Drop the beat.
Oh,
Well.
Jesus.
Remember when I said I probably didn't want to take Luna in?
Oh, Jesus. Why? Why take a level 1?
Whoop. Okay, teleport. Go did. Getting mad? She's not getting mad yet. I don't know what this ability is. It looks kind of like a Dead Bride ability. I did notice that that seemed to hover above my head, which made me a little nervous for a second. I also did notice that one of our teammates is dead. And that I'm out of ammo.
I am too.
More Craig's Reverse Fate! Someone should probably get this person.
Oh, I didn't know where he was.
Oh no, they're... Yes, they are getting it. Let's see. Did anyone happen to see any ammo around? Yes! Lovely. Perfect.
Also, when you break like parts off the person, you
Yeah.
you get skill power.
Oh. Okay, so trying to further incentivize people to go the skill power route rather than the weapon route. Where are they? Oh, they left.
I am out of ammo.
Close to running out of ammo. Boss is shieldless. At least.
Oh, and we need to get out of this.
Oh. Okay. Any ammo out here? Uh-oh. Ammo, where are you dropping? That actually helped for the first time ever. And I don't even think that's an exaggeration. I legitimately think that's the first time I've ever benefited from clicking on that.
I might take Eugen next time since I don't have like a gun specifically for this boss yet. I might just take Eugen.
It'd just be a designated support person? Is that what you mean? Or
Like a healer and a shredder. Just shred the defense.
ooh, I'm out of mana.
I am out of ammo again. I got ammo. I don't feel like I'm doing a whole lot. I kind of want to compare what I'm doing to what you're doing later just to see like where we are like for your gun versus mine. Yeah, teleport to stomp on me.
There we go. We did it.
And this set is one of the most useless sets ever.
Oh. Is it different from what we got last time? Because the visual is the same.
No, it's the same.
Oh, okay. And
Because
yeah,
last time was
30
the most useless
of
time.
the green tokens, which previously used to be 4 at least as the base number, and you can now go over 600 at a time, which is nice. All right.
Yeah, it's just 25% weapon defense. And you get like minus firearm stuff.
Oh, yes. I remember from the previous guy. Being very underwhelmed. Yeah, actually, can we still see? I think they did change the... Well, obviously we saw the number of the green tickets they give you is much higher now, but I thought they changed some of the other stuff as well.
How much damage did you do?
I did not see.
If you go to like the game menu and you can see the previous mission results.
833?
Yeah, you did like 300,000 more than I did.
Yeah, so it used to give other crafting materials. It doesn't do that anymore. I think that's just from scrapping that I did a minute ago.
Yeah, you can, but you can buy them with the tickets now.
Yeah. There's more of an exchange across different types of resources, which is a little odd. It's more of like a universal bartering. Well, it's almost like gold in a way. It's just a currency rather than a single-use resource. Would we like to redo with a lobby? Do we want to do just the two of us? Do we want to shift gears for something entirely different?
Up to you, but if we do this again, I'd rather take Eugen.
Okay. Why don't we at least head back in that case? Yeah. I'm a little curious to see, given how they made those changes to how much health the bosses have based on how many people you have in the party, having just done it with 4 people. Well, I think that would be 4 people, since we had 4 at the beginning, even if someone left partway through. If we then switch to a 2-person lobby, we just do it, the 2 of us, how different that would feel. Kind of curious.
Okay, in that case, we should probably... Well, Eugen's much less useful with just 2 people. So, I'd probably just take the same thing then. So if you want to just do the 2 of us...
I mean, I'm curious to test that. Not that we have to do it right now, but...
Well, if we test it, we should probably do it right now. Before I put more cores on this weapon.
Okay. Let's do a controlled experiment.
Semi-controlled because one person left last time and they were a level 1 loser.
Yeah. Oh. Well. Steam disagrees. / the First Descendant disagrees.
Oh, you...
I crashed.
Now this is a test to see how well I can do myself.
Are you still loading in?
Yeah, I'm in.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It says I'm with two participants as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it thinks you're in.
Well, that probably confirms what we had last time, where we had 4 people at the beginning and someone left partway through. The boss health gets established based on the number you have at the very beginning, regardless of whether people leave.
Yeah, I'm tickling this boss. I might just do this until you get in.
That's
you
fair.
Haven't already.
No worries. I am loading into Albion as we speak.
Oh, in that case, I'm leaving now too. Because yeah, I was tickling the boss.
Wait, that's interesting. Huh? That's weird.
What?
It was showing up as if you were not online? Maybe that's just
weird.
You might have lit up once you loaded back into Albion?
Well, I'm in Albion now. I just loaded in.
But I'm not sure if I just clicked on you even when you were grayed out as if you were offline, or if it coincidentally was that you loaded into Albion right around the moment when I did that.
I think what happened, I accidentally left game instead of...
Okay.
So I was in like the base menu. Like
okay. Maybe that was it then.
Yeah. I'm in Albion now, so...
Did the invite go through?
Not that I saw, no. No.
Okay.
No invite. There we go.
Probably did. Think that you were offline altogether then, and that's probably why you were grayed out. So it did not register. That makes sense. Oh yeah, and we briefly talked about the... Well, I guess it's a daily login bonus, but there are no current dailies when it comes to, like, finishing X number of missions or playing for Y number of minutes or hours or anything like that.
You could have used more equipment slots. I said you could have used more equipment slots if there were. Remember last week's
Oh yeah,
daily?
there was one more equipment slot per day, which was useful. It's a very small boost, but it added up a little bit. Alright. Well, I suppose I'm ready to attempt to do a duo for the Ice Maiden now, assuming my game doesn't crash the moment I press this button.
Let's hope.
Fingers crossed. So we saw mechanically she creates that ice dome, kind of like the normal / mini Dead Bride, except that it's, I assume, more powerful in this boss's case. And then the ground in some places does deal damage, kind of like the lava does, except in this case it's chill damage, maybe? I don't know. Wasn't really making a point of standing on it for extended periods of time. One thing that is nice about this boss is she does not seem to have an ability that blocks all of your abilities, which was the case with the previous boss, at least during a certain phase. Yeah, you could do that. Which, at least, it's only for like maybe 5 seconds or so that he did it, but it was kind of annoying on, oh, there goes our ammo. Kind of annoying on Serena, because that sometimes meant that you'd lose your reload, or you wouldn't be able to use your 4 when you would have liked to.
I just don't kill them too soon.
Yeah, it was always like right on the, or it was sometimes on the edge for me, depending on what skills the boss used in what order. Like if he fell down immediately after I shot him, fine. But sometimes when he sort of does his enraged mode, the thing he does, he takes less damage when he took, past tense, less damage when he did that. And then that meant he lived a little bit longer, and that meant that he had time to use his skill that made me not able to use my skills for a little while. No. I just want you to drop some ammo. Oh. I didn't even see it, but we'll take it. Oh, except we don't have our 4 up. Give me a minute.
Did you make that change for having that one module that
the ammo-related one? I did change that.
Yeah, not ammo.
Or the firing, I forget what it was called. Was it Firing Frenzy?
No, I was talking about for like the character that so you can have 100% uptime on your 4.
Oh, I don't think I did that, no. Also, I feel like I picked a bad spot to go outside of that zone in, because this was all chill stuff. And I was out of mana, so I could not avoid it.
I might just let you die.
I don't know why I thought I could trust you.
I think you can trust me. It's exactly because I'm letting you die. Because if I went out there, we'd both die, and that would just be.
Ow. Oh, you shielded me you froze me all the way through. As I was doing my 4. Rude. Yeah, I changed my my weapon modules to work in the one that gives you the occasional time when you don't, or so you don't need to reload as often. However, I did not do the one that, forgot about the one that can potentially give permanent uptime on the 4.
I'm about to die myself.
Trying to do this. See what this is all about. What? Rude! Oh, never mind. I thought you kicked me off.
By
I
the way,
don't
when I
have enough
meant
mana for 4,
breaking
that's
the
awkward.
parts, I meant just shooting them off. You got the...
Well, I mean, as I
Feel
said, I just wanted to try it out. Yeah, mana is becoming a big issue for some reason.
For me, it's HP, simply because I'm staying on the ground a bunch.
So how's it chillin'?
Oh, that's... I think this character spends so much time in the air, and plus the feet are so small that it doesn't actually hit very often. So stuff like crash down. Like, I don't think I'm doing any damage with them when she's in this mode right now.
And ammo. General rounds? What do I owe? Pleasure. One moment. Oh. Okay, never mind. I wasn't going anywhere anyway. Please stop doing that.
You keep trying to stomp me.
For it. Don't mind if I do. There goes the mana. Might I interest you in dropping more mana, perhaps? Keep on having the worst. I'm about to die. Well, yeah, I might die as well. We're supposed to be outside the circle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might just wait until the circle starts disappearing and then abandon and...
Oh, I'm very close to dying as well. I am about to die. Unless I can pick this up. Huzzah. And then make my way to you.
Oh,
There we go. Now we're talking. Maybe. Maybe.
I dodged that.
Really don't like her teleports. Just annoying. Stand still when I'm trying to shoot you. Also, why do I keep on losing that? That one I might have pressed. Might have accidentally pressed it.
She likes to teleport right on top of me.
Yeah, she teleports far. So that you have to change which direction you're facing, and I don't appreciate that. Especially not immediately after using the 4. And also, more time would be helpful.
Almost done.
I need mana.
I need mana as well. Oh, we've got seconds left.
That's okay. We'll be just fine. Also, wow, we are slow when we're walking on this. Oh, no, that's just because I turned off my run. Never mind. Ignore that. Whoa. Alright, so that one was maybe a little on the close side. Actually, I'm curious what the time. It was 9 minutes 57 seconds, so it must be a 10-minute cap on the mission, which means we finished with 3 seconds to spare. You know, just for the sake of making it a little more exciting.
I noticed when there was like 7 seconds left.
Let's see. It's like
Sorry, I was very busy with a match there. Sorry for not replying.
All right. Well, there's what it's like to do it as a duo. Now, I do think there were a few things that maybe complicated things beyond just making it a simple, straightforward math problem of boss has this much less health when we have 2 people and obviously 2 fewer people doing damage to the boss.
I think the biggest thing was I don't have anything built towards fire right now.
I was probably on the ground for more than half of that, which is not the way that I want to be doing it with Serena, so...
No, not with that being a cavalry gun.
Alright.
That's the one you're holding, right? Albion?
No, I'm going Ancient Knight.
Ancient Knight. I meant Ancient Knight. Albion cavalry gun's fine on the ground. Ancient Knight's the one that's new. You don't want to.
Right. So I'm like, I may not have the 4 active right now, but I would at least still like to be flying to do a little more damage. But anyways, so in that case, we've gotten to test out the Ice Maiden a bit, both in the full, or sort of full, public lobby and as a duo as well. Would we like to do more Ice Maiden? Would we like to head back and, I don't know, whether it be Sigma Sector or 400% or
probably Sigma Center.
Purge? Yeah, we can head back for that if you'd like.
You can do some Purge if you want to. I'll be still doing some Purge, but I think I'll be mostly doing Sigma Center for...
See if we can do enough of the Sigma Sector stuff to at least take a little bit more of a peek at the new... Oh no, not this one. Mutant Cell stuff. When taking electric damage from an enemy, grants you electric element adaptation to self, giving you more electric resistance. That's a defensive one, but definitely other things that... Using tech skill grants tech tuning to self, which means you do more tech damage, or just skill power overall. It's using a tech skill that activates it. That's what's tech specific about it. Things like that make you stronger. Okay. And in that case, I may switch back to my
I will not be
very suboptimal Luna setup. Oh. No, thank you.
What?
Oh, just external components that I don't actually want hanging around. Taking a quick peek. A little more of this stuff of the duration variety that we might be able to dump. Just carve out slightly more inventory space. Oh. Well, that's bad for a different reason. Okay. A little more space. Alright, I am ready when you are.
I am as well.
Do we want it? Let's go public. In large part because I am mostly dead weight.
Is there any reason not to go public for these? Like, do they change?
Yeah, I don't even know if it really makes it any harder when you have more people in.
It's not like the wait times or anything. I mean,
Yeah, usually the weight's minimal for these.
yeah.
Descendant, confirm arrival at the operation zone. Proceed with caution.
This will be fun. Having fun?
I did a normal match earlier with 3 Inezes.
Oh,
And I was
wow.
an Inez as well, so 4 Inezes.
So you blinked and it was done.
Yes, pretty much.
Feel the rhythm. Feel the tide.
Oh, I went the wrong way.
Yeah, yeah.
Descendant, the transport has dropped a wide-range
Oh.
shaping charge.
And then I
around.
totally zoned out. And
You
also
needed to purify
lost track
the
of
void
where I
energy.
was.
Prime the detonator with your arcade.
Yeah, I
and
passed
hit
you.
the detonation device.
I feel amazing.
Well, back to... Oh, no. No, that's my job. Oh, wow, that was extremely fast. Maybe that's because it took me a little while to get here in the first place.
Get a real feel for it.
I think everyone... What the heck happened there for me?
I may have bumped into you.
No, I was... On my screen, I jumped all over the place.
I feel amazing.
I do also think, just going back to the topic we were discussing a while back, when we were doing more Luna stuff, the whole reviving people while you're dancing thing. With noise surge, the fact that you basically shout directly in the enemy's face or dance directly in front of them to deal damage, like, yeah, sure, it has area of effect, so you don't need to do it that way. But the fact that you
To
can,
HQ. Mission.
and that it works,
Requesting transport support.
is kind of funny.
A little, yeah.
Annoy this person here.
I might turn some of my settings down to blue just to see. I'm sure I'll get a bunch that's like on the wrong stuff, but
Oh, your filter.
yeah.
Oh, at first I thought you just meant, like, your visual settings. You're gonna make it more or less blue? It's like, I don't know, are these missions too blue or not blue enough?
No, I don't see a bit of blue. The only blue I see is Vids.
That's why I was a little confused.
No, because I still don't have a Luna or a Blair reactor. I think that's the only two characters I don't have a reactor for.
I think Blair is the big one that I'm missing. And was the reason why I did the whole changes to the filter in the first place, and I still haven't gotten anything for him since then, or at least last time I checked,
Yeah, I
not
might
that
as well
long.
just target for them too, like go to like an actual mission. I should check them out to see if any of them are actually good.
Yeah, and I haven't done any targeted reactor farming since the whole upgrade, super upgrade reactors and external components. Wait, yeah, no, it is easier to do that with reactors as well now, right? Or is that just external components? Now I'm forgetting.
No, it's reactors.
Yeah,
You can just upgrade the reactors.
so I would think it would be comparatively much quicker now, right?
Yeah. You don't need like gold. You just blue works. I can upgrade the rest.
Yeah, and then you just change the filters for that.
Descendant, the
While you're doing that target
transport
farming.
shaping charge on the ground.
Hopefully it doesn't take you too long, and then once you're done, you can go back to having stricter filters so that you don't have to worry about running out of inventory space on missions like this, with a lot of drops that are not necessarily tailored specifically for the type of reactors you're looking for.
They died immediately.
Okay, now this is the real Luna question. Which song is best? And I don't mean gameplay-wise. I mean, which one sounds the best? It's the real question.
Well, they said they're going to introduce new songs with our ultimate.
Okay. Interesting. I mean, that's how you know that the ultimate version is stronger, right?
Quick, get up! Let's get back to camp.
Oh, don't stand there.
No, you have to stand.
It's getting a
in the
little
pink.
too comfortable just standing right in the middle there.
You have to stand in the pink.
Mission complete. All units proceed to transport location. Great work out there.
See, like, even with fairly aggressive, or at least several rounds of filtering out reactor stuff, so we had, I think, almost 30 inventory spots when we started today after doing that, and now we have 3 after just scrapping all the junk. And that's because the filter's not that strong. Excuse me? Excuse me? Please let me undo the... Oh. You right click. I knew that. I knew that.
They changed it.
Okay. did get a level from that. Okay.
I just go through the stuff that I haven't favored every time. Because I favorite everything that I'm going to keep, and then I just go through the stuff I haven't favored, and I go, okay, I don't want that, don't want that, don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, that's how I keep it at a reasonable level.
This is Hound Action. Reporting
Yeah,
extreme
in that case, I'd
concentrations of void energy
have to
within
do
operation zone.
quite a bit of
All
closer
units, please
looking.
proceed at your own discretion, but do
Does
not
that make any
exceed your
sense? I
limits.
feel like that phrasing made zero sense. I would have to look a lot more closely. That's a much more normal way of phrasing that. To actually favorite the ones that I have any intention of holding on to. And give that some actual thought.
Yeah, but you do it once, and that's all you ever have to do it. You never have to do it multiple times.
Yeah, and then once you have, then the amount of incremental stuff you get at the end of mission is not a crazy, insurmountable, demoralizing amount that you don't want to go through the pain of sorting.
Yeah. Sort it once, and it's all good from there.
Oh no! Wrong mods. That's okay. Because I have basically no mods, so I cannot say anything on that front. They're wrong mods. They're definitely better than my no mods. What was blocking me? That was weird. Looked like the gun was. Also, they changed the badges slightly so that now you see some badges have multiple little dots under them, and that means that person has gotten multiple rounds of that same badge. So, for example, the person who said they have the wrong mods on has 3 of that type of badge, which means they mean business. Probably.
I don't know, I probably have like 8 or something. I think the badge they have is just have 8 catalysts on the character.
Deploying arcade. I am the original.
So I'm pretty sure I just need to activate it. And...
Oh, stop putting it right in front of me.
Oh. I just went over it that time.
Oh my.
Extraction from operation zone initiated. Good work, Descendant.
I really wish you could target farm the stuff.
The
what's it called?
new thing that they just added today?
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Why does it have an extra... What sound is that? Is it a tambourine?
Let the show begin!
Sometimes it sounds normal. And sometimes when I shoot it adds an extra percussion instrument. I'm not sure what the reason for that is. Is that an extra sound effect for a crit or something? I don't know. Well, anyways, What if we head back and take a look at what are the other things we were saying got tweaked slightly? The rewards for the 400% are slightly different now because you can get the void fragments or whatever they're called. You said the 400 or the special operations have been changed as well. The rewards
Yeah,
for
but
those.
we could also just look at the menu.
Yeah, that no, but that one it
that.
didn't show anything on the menu. The 400% it did, but I don't
Okay,
think it
so-
was possible to see in advance for the special operation. But we can take another look.
Well, then we can just do one of the special operations and see. Let me check the 400%.
That one it does. I remember from that. Like this. Unless those
Oh,
numbers are
150,
higher,
yeah.
but I don't think so.
But you can get a bunch more of those from the Void Abyss boss too. So I think
I don't
it's
think
still
it drops them anymore. I don't think it does. Hold on. Let me see. I probably had a look. Yeah, it didn't. Because this is how much I had before we started today. Of these guys, I remember I was a
Okay.
little bit under 1,000. So yeah, it definitely does not drop them from the Abyss boss anymore, which is a little bit weird given how that seemed to be the original. It was the original only source of that thing. Then they made it possible to get a little bit from the 400% dungeons. Now 400% dungeons might be more or less the only way to get them outside of special events and maybe some of the new exchange stuffs. But that's a somewhat sizable 400% dungeon buff in a way. Yeah, there's no indication of anything new on the special operations reward wise. At least not that I can tell from the preview.
I want to check something to see how I should change up my Ancient Knight build. I might farm a second Ancient Knight just so I can have one for the Purge and one for bossing.
You could. I mean, you're doing
I
so
might
many
actually already have
Sigma
the
sectors. Yeah,
materials.
you might have it. Only drop the green tickets for the boss. They boosted the green tickets and you can use them to trade for the mats, including the void metals. Okay, so yeah. You get a lot more of the green ones. We were seeing before, I think the minimum is a chunk of 30 rather than the minimum of a chunk of 4. So haven't the exchanges, those are at the weekend boss keeper, right? That's the place where you do that. So I don't even know if we know what the conversion rate is yet. Do we know that? Or do we have to wait and see once he
I think
pops
we have
up tomorrow?
We do know. We do know.
We do know the
It was
rate?
yeah. I don't remember what it is, but we do know it.
Yeah, but that'd be interesting to see. I mean, it should be some pretty simple math to understand. With the new higher reward for the green tickets, if you were to basically save 4 of the green tickets so that it's consistent with what you used to get, and then convert your remaining 26 green tickets into other forms of rewards, is it more rewarding than what it used to be, or is it less rewarding or roughly the same?
No idea.
Yeah, I mean, it would depend, obviously, on the conversion rate more than anything. Just how generous or stingy that conversion rate is. And it seems like, at least for the other missions, they were deliberately buffing them. And so I would think that if anything, it's in total more rewards than you got last time. It certainly is if you're just caring about the green tickets and nothing else. But if you're trying to basically recreate what the rewards used to be for the Void boss, I'm curious how it would stack up. But anyways, I'm happy to hop in for a special operation of some variety if you want to see.
Give me a second. I'm building a build specifically for what's it called?
What is this?
Boss, like a bunch of fire stuff. I'm adding a bunch of fire stuff.
Is that a new skin? Or is that the one that... I've definitely seen the one that has the demon tail before, but I don't remember it having that coat. Maybe that person just colored it differently and emphasized that a little more than I've seen on other characters, but otherwise... made me think it was completely new. I think they did add some new skins. Or at least they seemingly advertised that on one of the main menu announcements.
They did.
Modules will make you stronger.
No new modules this go round, for what it's worth. Don't know if
already look
any
fine.
additional
I'm
cores.
gonna make you look finer.
I might get that skin. That skin looks good.
I have not even looked at it.
I might build a new Ancient Knight right now just to...
Yeah, so what do you
I
need?
think I've got all the material I need for it. I do. There, in 2 hours I can... So by tomorrow morning I'll have a second Ancient Knight,
Nice.
which means more fire rate cores.
All right. Oh, hey, that actually did turn into fire rate.
If only we could do another Malevolent. I can't craft a second Malevolent.
Yeah.
Admittedly, I probably don't care if I switch elements and stuff like that, simply because the level 30 is just isn't hard enough now to care too much about the element that you have on your gun. But I'm ready to go whenever.
Okay.
I should
Oh.
have mentioned that earlier.
This
What?
got reset.
Oh, you mean which missions are available? Yeah.
No, the inversion reinforcement
Oh, right. Yeah.
still
you
have it
can,
level 30. So, or whatever experience you had is still there. But the points that you had allocated have been reset.
Yeah, that's because you can have presets now. You can have 3 different presets.
Okay. What did this may have been one of the reasons... Oh. To unlock them first as well. Wow.
Yeah, that was really annoying. But you only have to unlock them once, I think. Don't think you have to do that every single... Oh, no, you have to do that every single... for all the settings.
Oh, you are right.
Well, I only have 2 settings right now. I should activate a, maybe we can just do this for like an hour, and then I can use one of these hour weapon experience stuff.
Oh yeah, if you're doing a new version of a weapon or just catalyzing a weapon in general.
Yeah.
Let me just get some of this stuff on. This might have been the reason why I was not getting the MP I was used to getting in that most recent Frost Maiden fight. That would explain some things. Get what I was using for my last spot, though. Max HP, maybe? Oh, that would be helpful for Serena. That functionally means damage. Huh.
What is it you're looking at?
Biodensity augmentation under survival for inversion reinforcement, which gives health. Just so rarely remember to look back at this page.
Although I think we're both right at the max right now, so.
Yeah, I suppose. It doesn't matter anymore, but back when it could have been raised higher, I did not even think to check here.
I used it. Still using it, actually.
Alright, you said you're good to go?
Yeah.
Okay, I am good to go now. Do you prefer resource defense in Kingston or Kuiper block mining on Cyril Land?
We can try both.
Okay. This one brings back memories. It was Vespers was previously the place, but you could do it here as well. Back in the beta. Oh right, I forgot that changed where it is. I forgot about this. What happens if can I get all the way up here? Can I just chill up here? Oh, maybe not. Up here, maybe. Boop.
Burn.
Boop. 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 And maybe it would be a little bit better to be closer to the actual resource that we're trying to defend. But other than that, can I climb up on the resource? On this structure? It won't let me.
Everyone's dying before I can shoot them.
I'm sorry. I can stop using my skills if you would like.
No, I killed the last two. That works for me.
I did not expect anyone to actually interact with this.
I'm out of...
Wait, hold on. Is our Ajax the Slender Man?
Maybe he's using the secret or the secret service outfit.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's actually just a normal suit. But for whatever reason, out of the corner of my eye, it looked like he had disproportionately long limbs, a very dark suit, and then just like a blank white face. So it was giving me strong Slender Man vibes. Also, do people know what Slender Man is anymore, or is that like an ancient relic of the past at this point?
I've heard about it. I don't really know anything about it. But yeah, he's in the secret service outfit.
Yeah, it's that plus the white hair is what's doing it. Yeah, Slender Man a thing of the past now? wasn't even that. How long ago was that? It's a game. I guess it's an indie game? Heck, yeah. Indie horror game from... How long ago would that be? 15 years? Gosh, was it that long ago? 15 years-ish?
Yeah, it's not really. I'm not really a big fan of horror.
Nor am I, but it had an odd sort of pop culture presence. Where it, for whatever reason, it sort of broke the mold into just sort of the more everyday conversation and context, or maybe not context, the wrong word, but like even non-gamer people would sometimes play this game, or were at least aware of it, and the Slender Man character, which was basically just this dude who was really tall with really skinny arms and or like long slender arms and legs, hence the name Slender Man. And he'd like follow behind you, and then if he caught up to you, oh, he'd scare you. And you know, probably
I'm just trying
kill
to
you
find
with Zord.
the shield, the weapon shield. Oh, that guy just flew off.
Where's the other dude? Oh, there's the other dude. I shot the wrong dude. I may have shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy.
I stopped activating my 4. I think I was doing less damage because I was activating my 4. Since everyone died in one shot, I didn't get any of the shurikens.
Oh, that actually affects whether the shurikens appear?
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
You get the shurikens due to like how many bullets you hit.
I just assumed that the shurikens more or less appeared every
Thanks
time,
for
or
the
just
follow.
had a fixed percentage chance of showing up.
I think they did show up, but like it was like just one bullet, so only one shuriken showed up, or like 5 shuriken. I think you get 1 shuriken per. Nope, I'm sorry. I'm banning. I'm starting to ban everyone who keeps asking me to follow them on Discord or become friends on Discord. Because every
That's
single one of them are
probably a phishing attempt. It's
Yeah,
a random
every single
stranger
one of
asking
them.
you to follow them on Discord.
Yeah. If you don't mind, let me on Discord. Discord name. Yeah, that's a sentence you would say.
Yeah, what? That made no sense.
Well, word for word, if you don't mind, let me on Discord, and then the Discord name.
Yeah, you lost me. Potentially robo auto phishing account. tankier that time.
Oh, I'm out of ammo. There. So what did we get?
This looks pretty normal.
Yeah.
Oh, there's nothing jumping out to me that's obviously new and improved, even numerically. It's not like it looks like we're just getting more.
Maybe I read it wrong?
Maybe you were thinking of the 400% then. Oh, moves us back to Albion quickly.
Well, we can try the other one.
Yeah, we could see the other one.
I don't think it'll be any different, but... I did activate an hour of weapon XP.
I mean, you know, do another one of these if we want. We could hop into a few 400%, which are maybe not the best possible thing for weapons, but they're still not bad by any stretch.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should do one of these and then we can hop in for 400%. Plus, I need more tickets.
Did they change the maximum number of tickets for other categories, or was it only the one for the boss skins?
I think it's only the boss skins, but I don't know.
Feel like that's what I remember reading as well.
By the way, Keelan and Inez are here. Are any of the other Descendants, Glay and Serena, but any of the other Descendants just hanging around?
Number 17 is...
Descendants. Oh, Enzo. Enzo said,
17 will be a Descendant, okay? It's gonna happen.
4 or 5 years from now.
Right. Once we get number 2, and, you know, go down to 3, 4, 5, 6, whichever one, outside of whichever one is Reina, I don't remember.
Oh, so this is the same thing as
they didn't change the area for this. Wow. For the hard mode version. They did for every other spot. That's weird.
Don't know about that.
Best update beginner's guide 1? What?
What?
Excuse me?
I didn't get anything.
That's weird. Just casually press a few buttons and then beginner's guide quest 1 completed?
I got that too.
Not really sure what that's all about, but okay.
And I just got a bunch of level 10 components and level 22 components.
Oh, I am getting a bunch of gold and Kuiper and modules and weapon proficiency boosters. Okay. Energy activator. Wow.
Well, I'm level 40. I should probably.
High-level enemy identified.
Well, apparently, whatever that thing was, that's quite rewarding. Maybe that's what we were thinking of. A couple of catalysts. Wow, it just keeps on going. What the heck?
Oh, that's nice.
I mean, we'll take it. Maybe we stumbled across what we were looking for without even realizing it. It's a little bit different. Not exactly the way that we expected that to work.
I think I'm just going to go A. Everyone's dying here anyways. We were all in B. I'll go to A. They're close enough, we'll all get experience.
Yeah. What do we have 2 Inez's, and then I'm Freyna and you're Serena? Okay, I mean, I think we're gonna be okay. It might be close. And I think we can get through this.
I'm going to be the slowest one, but I'm not going to be stopped by anything, especially since I'm using weapons.
Forces. Eliminate this target and stand by for next transfer.
Jump height increased. Look out. Enhanced neck bet.
Oh, one Inez is leaving.
No. Quest info update beginner's guide 28? What? I have to read some of the fine print on those after this is over.
Oh, skill cooldowns. I haven't used a single skill. Okay, let's stay here. They're too far apart for us to all get experience now.
Okay, also, I would like to stay standing up here.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. We're done.
High-level Vulgis closing in. Target this unit first.
Oh. Ow.
Can you, like, survive for a second so I can actually do some damage to everyone? Okay, you are getting the breast of beef.
Indeed.
Oh, I'm jumping higher now.
Oh. On a character that can fly? Now that's a game changer. Actually, there's no getting away.
Is that something one of your characters just said?
Inez did.
I'm going to see now.
Okay. See you there.
You're turning into a unicorn pirate.
I couldn't resist the urge on that occasion. I don't know, the thought occurred. I just had to say it.
We've detected an enemy unit with abnormally strong readings. Identification, commander of the defensive forces.
What about the commander of the offensive forces? That's the one that I want to see.
Well, that's just Sharon.
Of the Vulgis? I hope not.
Oh, of the Vulgis. I don't know why I concluded offense as just, you know, us.
Offense equals good guys, defense equals bad guys, confirmed?
Yes, exactly. Did it ever stop?
Nope, it did not. What's not convenient is when they have power shields.
Weapon?
What's a weapon? If not just a device that you hold to deal more power damage.
I want to go to C because bosses are going to appear there soon.
Oh, is that where I am right now?
No,
No. Wait, what are these guys then?
that was B.
Oh. But what? But why are there enemies at B when B is theoretically cleared? Are they enemies that were technically from C?
Picking up a signal
They made it
for
all the way
units.
over there?
Power capabilities are off the scale.
I don't think so.
Why are they there? Alright. There we go. Think we may have just finished Beginner Quest 28 or whatever that was, because I feel like I just saw something pop up in the top left corner saying that, except my doggo is picking up so many of the other things that dropped that it might be a while until we know for sure. Ah, no, I didn't see anything pop up in the bottom right corner at least. It's gonna
I don't
boot
know
us.
where those beginner quests are. I saw the beginner quest 28 too, so I have no idea.
It kicks us back to Albion almost immediately, but I'm gonna poke around on the quest tab and see
Nothing
if we
there.
can figure anything out.
I didn't see a single thing there when I looked.
Quest. What a journal. Well, that's just a coincidence. Here? Special gift from Albion Command awarded in recognition of your continued efforts. I don't know what this is from. Huh? Eh? Wait, where is... there a page where you can see quests you've completed? What the heck? I mean, it seemed like it gave us a ton of stuff. So, at first,
Yeah.
I noticed it said something when we first loaded into that area saying, like, oh, update for Quest 1. I was like, oh, I wonder what that is. And then we finished, like, the first wave and finished Quest 1, and then we just got bombarded with loot. Like, oh, okay, maybe that was significant.
Yeah, I have no idea. I think they've started doing stuff to make the beginner grind like easier, to make it easier to get to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hard mode and stuff like that.
Well, that was Beginner Quest 1, but then it also said something about Beginner Quest 28, but it didn't seem to shower us with rewards from that. So, I don't know what the deal is with that one.
No idea.
Do not know what to make of that. Alright, well, we were saying, while you still have your booster active, maybe we pop in for 400% or two?
That'd be nice. For 36 minutes.
Huh. Sure. Might just switch characters for variety's sake. Not sure who. These do technically give a tiny bit of arcade tuning. Oh, I started doing a bit on Sharon. Did I max her out? No, I definitely did not max her out. Okay. All right. Oh, that is not a tactical rifle.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Well, that's actually better. In, like, every conceivable way. Just about. Well, I'll just quickly overwrite the preset with this one. Okay. Alright. Let's also check. So we have this one. This chill damage bonus, the Forgottens. And then the other one is Caligo Ossuary, which is non-attribute. This one is what? Dead Bride, whereas this one... Oh no, this one's Dead Bride. This one, I don't remember. Reference between which 400% we do?
Nope.
Alright. Let's go with this one. I feel like... tend not to do this one very often. And do you want to do private, public? Does it matter?
Doesn't matter.
Alright, we can just do the two of us. We'll be fine.
I should have said public because I will be stopping to
Oh, yeah. Alright, we could pop back to Albion after this one if we really want.
Sure.
Alright. Not using Sharon very often these days. Oh no, I forgot about this. I missed that first jump so many times. Don't want to talk about it.
That's laughable.
Oh, there's no one over there. I knew that.
Entering stealth.
So annoying having to, you know, move your mouse to a different enemy to actually kill them. Right?
Oh, we have been spoiled by the likes of Inez and Freyna,
Bunny.
Bunny.
I'm not sure I do.
List goes on. Pretty sure I missed.
Mind you,
Everything.
with Serena, I just need one tinky enemy to shoot and I can clear out the entire ring. If anyone lasted more than 3 bullets, I could clear out the entire room.
Oh, they're dead already.
Firing.
I guess a crowd can survive more than 3 bullets. I can just shoot into the crowd.
Entering stealth.
spawned here. Wow. I really do not remember doing this as a 400%.
I ended up way over here. Look where I am now.
Oh, I do remember from, if you fall during the invasion in this area, it is very punishing in that spot. I guess it's a similar story for the 400%. I'm not sure if I've ever done this as a 400%.
Oh, you missed some enemies.
Oh. Oops.
I guess I shouldn't complain too much about having to aim. I only have to aim once. And everyone everywhere dies.
Oh, I didn't realize that actually closes. Yeah, 150 of the fragments.
I didn't get more tickets than before, so.
Yeah, I guess the tickets for this one are the same. But it gives you rewards that you could not get at all from this time. Oh, no. You just get way more of the fragment shards. Shall we head back to Albion? You wanted to at least go public, I guess?
Yeah, that way I can stop and upgrade my weapon. I completely forgot to do it that round, but I didn't have to do it that round, so thankfully. But next time I will. I'm at level 38 right now.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I'll switch once
The
again.
Vulgis can...
I probably won't use the party finder this update. Maybe next update.
Seems interesting if you're truly trying to make a public party in a particular way.
I think it might be helpful for like the raid.
Yeah. Like, it just seems like there aren't that many times when it feels like that's going to be necessary right now, outside of maybe
Maybe the purge, like
Purge.
for like the challenge ones.
if you were doing, challenge ones, or if you were doing a group for the Void Intercept battle.
But even that, like, if you want to do the leaderboard stuff, like get it done quickly, you do it solo.
Yeah.
For the purge, at least it's faster to do it as a group.
Mm-hmm.
The boss, it's literally 8 seconds or 6 seconds right now. So, or who knows? It might have gone lower.
Stop right there.
Almost missed. Sir, can I use my fork here?
I remember doing this one a lot for the, I think catalyst?
It does give one of the crafting resources for them, but I always went with the other mission in this area for the 400%.
Oh, yeah, you might be right.
That one I did a ton. This one I barely remember doing at all. Whoa. Okay.
Oh, I have to stop.
Hammer time?
Catalyst time.
Oh, that's a Hemsey hammer.
I think I need 3 more catalysts in this gun. I want to do every single combination of element. 6 more? No. 4 more.
Oh. Well, that's inconvenient.
What?
Remember when I said last time that the door shut behind us?
Yeah?
The door shuts before that timer goes off. So I was just standing in front of a closed door, even though it had 2 or 3 seconds left. Like, okay, thanks. Guess I didn't want to go in anyway.
Yeah, I'm already level 17. It won't take me very long to get 3 catalysts. What, 3 400% dungeons? Maybe 4?
I mean, 400% were, and now perhaps even more so, are just kind of the universally helpful mission. The one that might not be the absolute best for everything, but it's still really good for almost everything.
Yeah.
Except having inventory space. It's not good for that.
No. At least it's just weapon and stuff. It's not.
Usually, yeah.
Or mods. Mods also have some trouble here. I might just go to the next door. Yeah. That was a good choice.
That is a safe bet. These guys are zooming. I'm gonna need some regenerative breaks.
I think it's mostly just the Freyna.
Does seem like there's a whole lot of green when I'm showing up. Also, it would help if I could vault this cover.
Well, I can take care of the boss faster.
See that? Doors closed even before the time. It might not have been obvious on that occasion, but...
No, it was very obvious for me.
Also, from back near the entrance, this spot in the middle with the fancy schmancy decoration of whatever variety that is, all covered in green from Freyna's skills, looked like a gigantic tree. Looked like you're walking into a jungle. Tropical rainforest. Oh, I want to see if I can go all the way up there. Now the real test. Okay. We made the jump. It's gonna be alright. Now to catch up.
Right there.
Nope. Once upon a time, I had to farm weapon mats. That is no longer the case.
Yeah. I think both that and the reactor stuff kind of have a bunch of the material sitting in the inventory that
still have to...
Yeah, the upgrades now for reactors and external components might make it so those materials are a little more you need them in a little greater bulk. Man, I'm failing on the parkour here big time. Come on. Come on. That one wasn't on me. The other ones were. Nor was that. That was just weird.
Scatter them. Don't hate me later.
Okay, that was weird. The way that those guys were so close together, I could have sworn they took the form of a dinosaur. My brain just completely processed that as those guys were a dinosaur.
Okay, I'm at 35. I think I might get it before the next.
And is that the
Boss?
last one you need, or how many do you need at this point?
I still need quite a few.
Oh, okay.
3, I think it is. I need a... No, just 2, I think. Actually, I'll double check. 2 or 3. I guess I'm not going to put fire on the Malevolent simply because there's no one that I would use the Malevolent on that's weak to fire. So yeah, I just need a X and a yeah, an X and X.
Take this.
You think this mission is going to give it to you?
Well, one of them. I can finish them off later too.
Watch carefully.
Oh, Jesus. Just fell off again. I wonder, am I going to catch up before we reach the end?
Oh.
I'm getting healing from the Uden. I really need it. And I did catch up.
Smooth as ice.
Now the real question, will I be able to damage anyone? I did, I got some damage off.
Oh no. We weren't quick enough to stop him. Ooh, that was a little bit close.
I'll ice you all. Don't try.
You saw nothing.
I did not see anything.
Correct. Very good.
One ice coming out.
I do really good against the
Oh.
boss.
I got a spoils box from this.
What? You get the spoils box from these?
Apparently, because I just got one. Huh. Alright.
I didn't know you could do that.
Do we pick one? We pick one. Okay. I really don't know which one I'm supposed to pick, but, you know, maybe we'll hold off on that for the time being. But there you go, those exist, and apparently you can get them from these missions too. We were kind of trying to get them from the Sigma sector before.
Oh, malevolence max level. I should.
Oh yeah, let me know when you're good to go.
Oh, I need a lot more than 2. Oops.
Oh. Well,
Oh well.
can always start chipping away at it.
Yeah. I've only got like 12 minutes of my weapon XP stuff, so I'm ready to go.
Alright, we'll just do a couple more then, maybe.
Plus, with these, you can get the... That still kind of blows my mind that you can get them from these.
I think I thought I saw somewhere that the drop chance is just really low. So it might be that it's possible with... No, but it didn't show it on these, but it did show it on the Sigma sector missions as a potential reward. So that's weird. Maybe
Yeah.
we should double check when we get back to Albion, but I did not remember seeing it.
I didn't see it either.
I mean, there's a chance that it's bugged at this point since it is new and that wasn't supposed to be a potential reward, but it is possible to get it nonetheless. I don't know. I am not sure.
This could get messy.
They are dead already. Never mind. God, this gives you the super jumps. Oh, totally forgot about that. I could use the super jump. Come to think of it. Oh, another parkour fail. Get ready. I saw. I want them to set it up. Put it right here. So we don't have to grapple over this ledge or put it on in front of the other ledge.
I didn't have to grapple.
Wait. Is it you or is it the other? It's the other
It's the other one, not me.
right? Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I was about to wait near the ledge to see if the Serena was gonna make that happen, but wrong Serena. Oh. No!
Man, this boss just disappears when I shoot them.
Definitely does. Now I'm just keeping a closer eye out for. Oh, are we gonna get any more special rewards from this? I got 10 of the cards, the tokens, but not any of the more unusual stuffs.
No. Mind you, the stuff was still popping up for me. I was more just flying in the air without activating my 2.
Uh-huh.
I just do the dash ability and then jump, dash, jump.
Does that room have a ceiling on it?
Yeah. I didn't reach it because it's a very high ceiling.
I was gonna say, I don't remember seeing the ceiling, so must be way up there. I like how our teammates' names are Chaos Advocate and Sin. This feels like these two may go hand in hand. Maybe not. Maybe that's harsh. Feels a little ironic.
No, I'm going next room.
Fair enough. What? Excuse me. All right. Come on, game. Please let me get over this cliff. Thank you. Oh my god. Alright, please just go through. Thank you. I'm learning about an area that I did not realize you could go in before. Oh, for a second I thought I glitched out. I was not going to teleport into the correct room because I went to this area I wasn't supposed to go in.
We're time for one more
Okay.
before my experience runs out. I've got like 5 minutes left. Maybe 2, but we'd probably cut
Oh yeah,
out
2.5
before.
minutes on that one.
I have to mic my chair every time I shift my mic every time I shift because my chair is so squeaky. Did I say I have to mic my mic?
You said you had to mic your chair?
Mute my mic.
I knew what you meant, but I don't think it's what you said.
Yeah, that's English for you. That Lepic doesn't have any range on his.
It's not vacuum cleanering every single enemy.
Yeah.
Only 87% of them.
I don't think he's doing nearly 87%.
I mean, I just threw a random number out there, but yeah.
Smooth as ice.
No, that does not go up that high.
Coming up.
Sorry, I had to sneeze there.
Oh, no worries.
That's why I stopped. I just stood there doing nothing.
That's not where I wanted that.
Stay where you are.
What just happened? Did I get knocked to the side because Levick threw his magneto grenade right where I was going to be landing?
Yeah, my shield has been damaged. I don't have a shield.
Your shield is alive.
We left some enemies, but
I don't think you need to kill them all in this area, or at least it doesn't give you a countdown, a list of what fraction you've gotten, so I assume that means it wouldn't actually stop you. If you
yeah, I don't
left
think
some
we need
behind.
to.
Take this.
Have you ever played the Batman Arkham series?
Didn't we have this conversation? I feel like we did. Maybe when we were doing Mass Effect Andromeda.
Maybe.
I've played a little bit of one of them.
City, yes, I remember them. I remember now. Yeah, the one I'm playing now.
My shield is down.
Alright, are we trying to go straight into another one? See if we can get that in with the bonus still?
No, it's 1 minute.
Oh, okay. No worries then. In that case, back to Albion, check to see if this says anything about the bonus reward that we weren't expecting to see.
Sure, I don't think it's. I'm almost certain it doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I didn't think it did. 400%. Doesn't list anything here. No, definitely not. Huh. What about... Does it say... Doesn't say what the source... Oh, acquisition info. Hold on, that is what I'm looking for. Yeah, it does say 400% on the acquisition info.
Where do you see the acquisition info for it?
Just by clicking on the one in my inventory, but I don't know if you can see that otherwise. But it says 400%, it says normal and high-risk Sigma sector, both areas for that, and it does say all of the other 400% that are not currently active also have a chance of dropping it. Give me any more
Can you use
information?
that to track it or to set target reward?
Let's see. Ooh, hold on. It does not seem like it, because if you click on it, it just takes you straight there instead of allowing you to focus on that specifically. And just mousing over without clicking is not enough
No.
to allow me to do
That's
this.
really
I'm pressing
annoying.
this button. I know you can't tell, but I am pressing G. So yeah, that's... And I wish it showed us the percentage here. I think they might have said in the patch notes what the percentage was, and it was something like 2.5%.
I'm pretty sure it's 5%.
Might be 5? Okay. That'd be kind of nice if it was.
But it'd be also nice to get the freebie when you go over without do a bunch and you don't get anything.
Yeah, just guarantee that after doing a certain number, it will eventually drop at least once.
Yeah.
And if you did that, though, in that case, would you need to... I forget if it works such that you would need to pick a specific mission that drops this, or if it would share that cooldown, or whatever you want to call it, that meter for every mission that can potentially drop this. I guess you would just put it on Sigma sector.
Yeah.
Because obviously 400% what with those switching every day, that's not a winning strategy in all likelihood when Sigma sector is always available. When remaining shield is above a certain percentage, the game will crash, is, I believe, what that one said. One moment. Well, I just boot the game back up real quick.
Man, you're crashing a lot.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. It does happen to me sometimes with First Descendant, but seems like it happens more often on stream than it does off stream. Is there any other thing that we wanted to check out? So we saw
No, I think that's everything.
new reward or new big boss Void Intercept battle. So totally different there. Rewards also different on that. More of the green tokens, none of the void metal fragments or whatever they're called, and also I think some of the reactor upgrade crafting materials.
Oh, I just realized
don't
I
drop
have
for that either.
I have 17,000 void abyss metal fragments.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, you could use those.
On what though? I have enough cores for every weapon.
I mean, I've picked up a few more just so that when new ones drop, I can immediately start using them. But then outside of that, yeah, there's not a ton of things to use them for. There are some other meta crafting materials, but probably not ones that you would ever really need to craft in any sort of volume. It doesn't
I
seem
also
like
have
at least.
17 boxes that have advanced shape stabilizers.
Oh yeah, I don't
And
think I've opened up any of those either. Probably have a
Yeah, I've
similar
got like
amount.
20 of each kind in my inventory already
Oh,
because I buy them every weekend.
yeah. Yeah.
So I don't think I'll have trouble farming anything that's 6 and 10% in the future.
Yeah. What do the arc scissors and the fission accelerant do exactly? Is that a way in which to apply the
Yeah, I
new
think so.
stuff?
I think the non-scissor one is how you unlock the slot to put the stuff in.
Oh,
And then the
okay.
scissor means you can just cut that, box out and you can use that thing again on a different descendant or something.
All right. I mean, I'm tempted to test that out just for the sake of experiencing it a little bit, seeing what it's like. On the other hand, even now we only have one at the moment, and we
And you don't know which ones are any good.
don't know which ones are any good, and they are not the easiest thing to get to drop. I'm a little hesitant to just throw this out there with no planning whatsoever.
And it's a little weird. Some of them where they are is very weird. They don't, fit well with actually grabbing a build.
Hold on.
Like the M, which has a lot of skill stuff, is deep in the what's it called? Weapon, like the firearm stuff.
Okay. That's where these are. I see. Yeah, they aren't necessarily thematically consistent with the arcade tuning points that are next to them.
Yeah.
That's a little annoying.
Like honestly, no, not even then. Yeah, none of the M ones are going to be used at all simply because it's in a bad spot. In fact, the V ones or the chevrons, you call them chevrons?
Mm-hmm.
Those might be the only ones ever used.
Oof.
Because they're all skill stuff. Nothing's like firearm damage. I guess there's one M that, no, you don't even want to use that. So yeah, I don't think a whole lot of them are going to be used except for the chevron ones.
All right. Well, it is starting to get pretty late for me. So if there's like one other thing we want to do to wrap things up before we call it a night, I could maybe do that.
A purge.
We could do a purge. Yeah. Want to do that?
Test out my 20% fire rate and
Sure. Let me know when you are
I'm ready.
And this is one we were saying we might as well do public because it theoretically.
No, the purge?
Yeah.
Why would we do it public?
Weren't we saying it doesn't get? It's just easier with more people and it doesn't get any harder?
I would say for the.
I thought
I'd
that's
still say
the
the
example
purge,
you gave
the
earlier.
normal is easier to do it by yourself. And I was specifically thinking like with the party finder, it might be easier to work with other people and stuff. Because you can like tailor your build around others.
I also forgot that you weren't in my party anymore after I crashed.
Oh, I forgot that too.
I may or may not have just initiated one without you. So like happy to reconvene after this one, or I could just leave partway through this one, and then we could do one immediately after.
By myself, and I'll do one by myself and see who's faster. You
Yeah,
guys
you'll
or just
probably
me?
finish before.
Well, I'm just entering now, so I am behind you guys. But no, I was specifically talking about like leaderboard stuff. Like if you're going for leaderboard stuff, then you'd want to use like Party Finder and
Oops, I did this.
you don't have a shield. Stop talking about shield faltering.
I'll ice the wall.
Mana. Oh, do I need to re-up? I forget. Does the ow? Does this apply to everyone? Yes. Okay. No, Captain Ghost. We all missed one of them. There we go.
Are you in the final room?
We are not. We are in what I believe is the penultimate room.
Penultimate room. What do you mean by that?
Second to last.
Oh. I keep forgetting to activate my 4. Now I'm in the final room.
Does anyone else find this kind of funny, the way he's just standing there? Just looking down at us judgmentally.
There we go. Boss is dead.
Oh, alright. We finished it like exactly the same time. Perfect.
Oh, and I got a bunch of green cores.
Oh, well. I got a bunch of purples.
Well, that doesn't feel as bad since, you know, I switched all my purples to... I crafted like 157, I think, purple 10 cores. And just moved them all to green.
Hmm. Okay, hold on. Let me invite you. And then dance. Oh. This is not as much of a dance party as I thought it was. Join the dance.
I can see your reactor now.
That's before you even joined the party.
Yeah, when I accepted the, or when I went to accept the party request, I accidentally clicked view, so I could see your build and stuff like that.
Well, that actually... Does that mean that if you were already in a party with someone who seemed to be doing really well, you could sneak a peek at how they had set up their character?
Yeah.
Get some build tips in that way? I mean, that's definitely a good thing in 99% of cases. But there probably are, 1 or 2% of the time when maybe you would rather not share that information. I don't know.
Oh, the guy in front of you? I think that's the new skin.
Oh, okay. Alright, well, anyways. I got distracted. Shall we actually, as a group, do the Void Purge?
Please.
Now that we are in a party together.
Into the light. Face the flame. Reloading.
I do like when they jump in the air and they freeze there.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Down.
Happens a lot with these enemies in particular, it feels like.
Take this.
Or at least maybe they have the most animated and most dramatically animated animation. So, getting caught mid-motion, mid-animation is all the more entertaining for those guys. No, don't go that way. Just drop the floor over here. Stay there, Greg. Good, Greg. Where did he jump off?
Up here. Same place he starts.
Oh. Well, that was interesting timing. Thank you.
No problem. So how was that compared to your first one?
Timing wise?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Alright. Alas, I think it is getting late enough. I probably do need to start wrapping it up, so I think we probably do need to head back to Albion, maybe take a quick peek at the state of the cores. That'll probably have to be it.
Yeah, well, it's... You can switch a bunch of stuff to green cores now, so...
That's true. You can now convert.
You can only convert rank 10 cores, so don't be afraid to, you know, push some
less than desirable purple cores.
Looking like that, you might as well write your last.
Yes, although that does make core amplifiers a limiting factor now.
Oh, that is a lot of core amplifiers. Maybe there is a... Wait. No, you can't craft these. These only drop from the missions, right?
Yeah.
So you can't use those void metal fragments. It's only the ones that you use when you apply the cores themselves that are craftable with that. In addition to, obviously, the core binders. Some of that. Some of this. And I guess we craft 42 purple cores. Woo, yay! There was much rejoicing, except, I don't know. We'll see how much that actually helps. This.
Trying to get my restored relic up.
Just enough. Wow. Oh, this is also where you convert? Where does one do the convert? Oh, it's a different tab. I see. Consume 3 cores in the same stage as conversion materials to convert them into selected core of a different variety. Okay. Or to be acquired by conversion. This is the one you want that you press first.
Keep getting gold rounds per magazine.
I do this and do this. And just convert a bunch. Pretty much. Does also have a gold price. I mean, it does add up a bit. I think we'll be okay, but...
Yeah.
Oh, you can do multiple at a time. If you really want to. Okay. That would give us a lot. I mean, these are not bad core varieties. So a little more hesitant to go that route there, but green is the best.
By far. But yeah, I haven't converted any non-purple ones. But
yeah, I just converted all of them.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it's probably not the, or at least, if you have any intention of doing serious core crafting in the near future, you should probably hold on to your other non-green, non-yellow what. Just convert your purples.
Yeah.
Only convert your purples, for the most part, is probably the way to go. But
I think so, yeah.
for the sake of experimenting and seeing that it's possible to convert multiple at a time, there you go. It can be done. Whether you ought to is a different question, with a different answer, in all likelihood.
Magisters are probably humanity's real hope, don't you think?
From you. No. Okay. So yeah, this would be the other thing you can use. Core binder. Wow, wait. Oh, that was from the... Yeah. From the 400% we did, mostly. Exclusively, because we established you don't get those from the intercept boss, or the void intercept boss anymore. I started the day with 900-ish of the void metal fragments, and so we got a little more than 1,000 just from the 400% dungeons we did today. So you get those pretty quickly in that case.
I have 9 core binders in my inventory, and I can craft...
Yeah.
How many more?
You reach a point when it doesn't make much of a difference anymore, but as we were saying before, we were talking about, some of the stuff that it can be hard to get started on when you're first entering into endgame, and core binders were probably on that list as well, of things that probably were a little more difficult / time consuming than they ought to have been, at least in the early stages. Then you get to the point where, okay, you're able to farm what previously was the Void Intercept battles. Now it's just 400% dungeons, which is probably much easier to farm. So add that, and suddenly core binders in the early stages probably a lot easier to pick up.
My biggest problem with that is that it kind of turns what was the end game into like the mid game. So like, where is the end game?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, you had access to the core feature, the core binding and core feature, but within that, I mean, you can use rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 cores, which is not what you really want to be doing in endgame. Endgame, you want to be using exclusively rank 10 cores, and even then, you have to use a whole bunch of them before you're likely to get the specific mods you want. So, I feel like there's still lots of wiggle room there. In many cases, we're just sort of jumping straight to the end with those rank 10 cores, but if you really just wanted to get whatever you can get your hands on to get immediate upgrades on your weapons, regardless of whether they were truly going to be end game stuff or not, it makes that more feasible.
Maybe. But that still doesn't answer my question. Where's the end game right now?
I'm saying it's getting the rank 10 cores with specifically the optimized mods that you're looking for.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then the mid game or the early end game would be the lower tier cores.
I guess so, yeah. Yeah, you're right. But that should be it for you today, right?
Yeah, I think... I mean, we got the chance to experiment with basically all of the things that have been modified, at least in terms of rewards. Obviously, the big new content is the new Void Abyss boss, who I'm sure will spend a little more time fighting this boss, whether it be in groups or in solos, and we have not yet gotten the chance to interact with the weekend shopkeeper. Yeah, no, he's secretly a boss. He's gonna take over Albion from this little kiosk. Look out. But we can see, the new MTXs, or not really MTX as much as new cosmetics, I should say, from that new boss fight, and the new conversion feature to switch the green tokens into other crafting materials that may or may not be of interest as well. So that's really the only thing we couldn't see out of the new stuff, but we saw that even the 400% dungeons apparently can drop that new consumable.
I didn't get anything.
The spoils, but you'll get plenty in time, I'm sure. That's another way you can get your end game content. Is that?
I still don't think that's end game content.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
just
know
what
how
grind.
time consuming and difficult this really will. I mean, it does seem like it's gonna be a bit of a grind, but I don't know. We'll see. That's still relatively
I
new.
don't think a grind defines the end game content. I think the difficulty does more than the grind.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just next season.
Yeah, and I mean that's the other thing is, this is sort of like the little update to keep us interested while they're working on the finishing touches for the next season, which
They do have
isn't too
one
far
more
away.
update before next season.
Is it
They're apparently
one?
they're going to add a component thing. So you upgrade your components in weird ways.
Your external components?
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing this.
They've had it in the plans for a while.
Okay.
But it's going to be June 16th that they're going to actually, implement it.
Is that a new skin?
Where are you?
At the near Delson?
Yes, that is.
This SMO person?
Yes. The one that was, I said before, that was in front of you, that was colored. But that's the same skin, just not colored.
Oh, I might have been looking at the wrong person when you said that then. I kind of like that one, though. I feel like it's... Or maybe we're talking about a different person right now. What is
The
this?
person I'm standing in.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was a
That
different
was-
person. Okay, that does look like the one you were referring to previously.
This
I was
one
referring to this SMO who is now running toward an ace. /
I
standing
think
right out
that's an
here.
exclusive skin for him. I don't think it's new.
Okay. I just haven't seen it before, I don't think. Well, anyways. As I said, I think we got a decent look at a bunch of the new stuff. Many of those things are just new or slightly reworked rewards, but the big thing is the new boss battle. The Ice Maiden, who, I'm sure we'll circle back to a little bit more in the future as well, and we'll keep our eyes peeled for a few other updates. The big one, a little ways out, is that new Season 3, so we're not that far away from seeing that too.